So today we are going to start the naming of a functional group called as alcohol, OH. So alcohol, there are a lots of alcohol available in the market. So how do we name them? How do we differentiate them? Right? There is undrinkable alcohol, and some alcohol might be poisonous for us. So it is very important to name them. Like here we have 2 degree suffix. What we have seen previously, we have seen first we have 2 degree prefix, then 1 degree prefix, then word root, then 1 degree suffix, then 2 degree suffix. Here it is prefix, prefix. So here 2 degree suffix is OL. Secondary suffix is OL, like CH3OH. There is it is methanol. C2H5OH, that is ethanol, or we call it as a methyl alcohol, common name, and its common name would be ethyl alcohol. So one, it is a IUPAC name, and another there is a common name. We have seen the difference between them previously. What is IUPAC name and what is common name? The common name is what people call it commonly, right? If something is made up of the ant acid, then it is known as formic acid because it is made up of forma, right? So it is the commonly people call, like we have a pet name and we have some official name. So official name is derived from IUPAC and pet name could be anything else. So what is the rule over here? Rule is number from that side of carbon chain from where locant gets least count. Locant, which locant? OH. OH location gets least count. So that we call it, that's how we do name them, right? So now further going, common name, the locant, that is also a functional group. We call it as a functional group, gets least count on, functional group gets least locant, right? Now if we try to give its common name, in common name it is called as a alkyl alcohol. Then also a method to determine the common name, but in that particular case it is alkyl alcohol. Now like if I see this name COH, it is propane 2-ol, or we can call it as isopropyl alcohol 1 2 3. Propane 1-ol, normal propyl alcohol, like 1 2 3 4 OH, 1 2 3 4. Butane 1-ol, on normal butyl alcohol. Now if I put the here carbon and here OH, so here it is, IUPAC name will be 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Now we have to omit that E. Remember, we have to omit that E. We have explained already in further case why we have to omit that E. Or commonly it is called isopropyl alcohol. What is iso group? Not isopropyl, it is called isobutyl. Isobutyl alcohol. So why it is called the iso group? Because the end termination with this carbon chain is known as iso group. This type of carbon chain termination is known as iso group. Now particularly in that case 1, 2, 3, 4 OH, 2 methyl propane 2 on, or we call it as a tertiary butyl alcohol. Now in that particular case 1, 2, 3, 4 OH, butane 2 on, 1, 2, 3, 4, butane 2 on, or we call it as a secondary butyl alcohol. Butane 2 all or secondary butyl alcohol. If we go further, now if we have one alcohol group, then we can simply give the name by finding the lowest locant of that particular functional group. Now when we have a primary prefix also available, that is alkene or alkyne, in that particular case it is OH, right? So with priority we have to give, we number 1, 2, or here from we give number 1, 2. So priority becomes functional group greater than double bond or triple bond greater than substituents. So functional group has more priority than double bond and triple bond than substituent. Like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be naming it as a pent 3 in 2 on. Now if we give it name like C double bond C carbon H2 OH and single bond CH3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 methyl pent 4 in 1 on. 4 in 1 on. Now if we have more than one alcohol group, COH, CH2OH, now we will be naming it as a ethane 1, 2 dione. If we name it as a OH, propane 1, 2, 3 trione. Now I'll be giving you some compound and you have to name them. Now just pause the video and answer it by your own. Now let's these compounds here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cyclohexane 1 on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cyclohex 2 in 1 on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is 4. So 3 chloro, but 1 comma 3 diene 1 on. Here again it is a wrong name, correct? It will be a wrong name if you have done like this. So what is the right name? You have to cross the double bond. Again, you have to remember that 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to cross the double bond. That will be the correct naming. So here it's still naming is correct, but the numbering is, this is the correct numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 chlorobute 1 comma 3 diene 1 on. So in that particular case, yes, this is the case I was waiting for, because in that case, should we choose the cyclic compound as our principal functional chain, or should I choose the outer chain as principal carbon chain? So where the functional group is present, that we have to consider the principal carbon chain. So functional group is present over 1, 2. Now it will be cyclopropyl will be substituent. Then 2 cyclopropyl ethane 1 on. Again, I will be giving you some more problems to cover. I'm giving you 4 very good problems. Now these are some very good problems you have to solve. Now pause the video and write your answer by your own. So let's see the answers. First of all, we have to number them 1, 2, 3. This is substituent. So substituent name is 2 ethynyl cyclopropane 1 on. 2 ethynyl cyclopropanol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 cycloprop 2 enyl cycloprop 2 enyl 1 dash 2 dash 3 dash. 1 cycloprop 2 dash enyl cyclohex 2 in 1 on. Now in that particular case, how we will be naming it? We will be giving it first, then it start with methylene. This group's name start with methylene and it is ethynyl. So both are substituent. When we have time between the numbering of substituent, then we will be giving the priority to the substituent which have a prior alphabetical letter. We have seen earlier. So M come first or E come first. So E come first. So we will be naming to lower 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will be giving priority to it. So here it is 3 ethynyl 5 methylidine cyclo hexane 1 on. In that particular case, alcohol we have to give the priority 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 cyclopropyl hex 2 in 3 on. In that particular case, 1, 2, 3. 1 cyclopentyl cyclopropane 1 on. Now here it is 1, 2, 3. 1 cyclohexenyl propane 2 on. So that's how we will be naming the alcohols.